Welcome, teachers. We're diving into week 4, Sensors and Environment. For elementary students, sensors are like magic. That is, until they understand the logic behind them. Today, we're transforming our microbits into smart night lights. We'll program a light sensor to wake up and show a bright sun during the day, then automatically switch to a glowing moon when the room gets dark. It's like giving your microbit its own pair of eyes. Your goal today isn't just to get the code working, it's to help students understand that computers react to the world based on data. Before you open the laptops, start with the human sensor warm-up. Ask them, if I clap my hands, what sensor did you use to hear me? This connects their bodies to the hardware. So here is the first gotcha for your students. The microbit doesn't have a camera lens. It actually uses the LED lights on the front to sense light. And here's a little teacher tip. Tell your students not to cover the red lights with their fingers while testing, or the microbit will think it's nighttime. Also explain the scale. The number 0 is pitch black. The number 255 is a bright flashlight. Most classrooms are around 50 to 100. Now, before we get to the demonstration, a couple things to note. When you get to the hands-on phase, students often struggle with the if-else block. Help them think of this as a decision sandwich. The bread is the if-else block itself. The meat is the comparison or the light level. The result is what happens in the top slot versus the bottom slot. Also, encourage students to use the simulator on the left side of the Make Code screen. They can slide the light icon up and down with their mouse to see the sun and the moon change before they ever download to their physical board. And the final minutes of today's lesson is a light hunt. This is where the real learning happens. In coding, 50 is just a number. In the real world, 50 might be the light level under a desk, but it might be 150 near a window. The light hunt teaches students that code must be adjusted to fit the environment. So if a student says, my moon won't go away, don't fix the code for them. Ask, what is the light level in the corner? Is your threshold of 50 too high, too low? If the room is very bright, their moon icon might never show up. This is a great moment to teach them to change their code from 50 to 100 to match their environment. That's data science. Okay, let's go to our Microsoft Make Code block editor and go through the steps your students will go through to create their smart nightline. So welcome back to Microsoft Microbit Make Code Editor. We're going to grab a new project today. There aren't any tutorials, so we're going to do something a little different. So grab new project and we're going to call it Smart Nightlight. You can call it what you want. So we're going to hit create and you're going to see all of the block inputs today. Usually the tutorial only has the ones that you need, but we have all of them. So what we're going to start with today is we need to start with the forever block, which is already out and ready to go for us. I'm going to move it down just a little bit. So the first thing we have to do today is we've got to create a variable. So we're going to go over to the red and we're going to create a variable and click on make a variable. And we are going to call it light level. Hit OK. And then it is going to give us a couple choices, set light level and change light level. So we want to take the set light level block and we're going to put it in the forever block. So we're going to set the light level to the maximum we have, which we talked about before is 255. That is our first order of business. So we've got our set light level. The next thing we're going to grab is under the logic block. Under the logic, you're going to see an if-then block and an if-then-else block. We need the second one because this means that if something is, once we make the comparison, we want to be able to choose if something is true, then we get a moon. And if it is not true, we get our sunshine. So we're going to grab that and it's going to go under the set light level. Now, we don't need the true in this one. Okay, so we're going to go back to logic. We need the comparison block that has the greater than, less than. So in this case, this has the less than. It's already set to the less than. And we're going to grab that and we're going to put it inside the true block. Now, so we need something. If it is less than something else, then something's going to happen. So we are now going to go under the, so we've got to add some inputs here. So we're going to go under input and we're going to go down until we find light level, because we're going to compare the light level that we're sensing. And if it is less than 50, we're going to use 50. You might have to change your settings, but we're going to start with 50. Then we want it to be, because it will be nighttime, we want this to be a moon. So now we're going to go up to basic, and we're actually going to grab the show LEDs, because, make sure you put it here, because under basic, if you look under here, the show icon, this one does not have any already made moon or sun. So we're going to have to make our own, which is fine. While I'm here, I might as well grab the other one, because we're going to need two of them. One under the else. So we need the first one to be a moon. You can create your moon any way you want to. If you want to kind of follow me for the first, this is how I made my moon, but yours can go in the opposite direction. Tried to make it look like a half moon. So if it is less than 50, it's going to simulate nighttime. That also means, so anything that is not less than 50 will be a sunshine. So that means it will be daytime. So here's how I made my sun, with a little ray off of each end. So this is what I made my sunshine look like. You, again, can make your sunshine. Maybe you want to make your sunshine look like this. I don't know. It's up to you, however you'd like to make your sunshine look. So I'm just going to take these because I like this for my sunshine, but that's up to you as long as you know which one is which in your blocks. Once you are here, your next step is to download to have the kids download to their microbit, and they can go around the room and they can begin sensing their light levels, whether it's daytime level or nighttime level.